Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Reza. I'm your host today. Today, I'm going to talk about control flow statements, especially continue and break. This topic is related to loops. If you haven't watched a video regarding for loop and while loop, you should check them out. There will be links in the description below. Control flow statements work with loops. It means that these comments will give us a little bit more control as how the loops actually run. The two control flows that we are going to talk about in this video are break and continue. The continue statement can only be used in the body of a loop. It will tell the loop to go to the next iteration if that iteration exists, otherwise it will exit the loop. Here's the for loop we had in the previous episode. If I put the keyword continue after the printf function, it would not change the behavior of the code, as it will continue to the next iteration if it exists when reached to the continue keyword. Now if I add something, for example, here, if I add if I mode 2 equals to 1, mode operator will return the reminder of the division and have the continue keyword here. Now this will affect the code. Let's debug the code and see how it works. I'll put the breaking point at line 5 and start debugging. As you see, I doesn't have any value. If I step over this line, the value of I would be 0 because this line is executed. Now we're checking I against 5, which is 0 comparing to 5. It's true. And now we are in the loop. We're checking if the remainder of division I over 2 is 1, which is not because 0 divided by 2, the remainder is 0. And this condition is false, so the keyword continue would not be executed at this stage. We'll jump to printf and the first hello world will be printed on the screen, as you can see here. So if I continue, I'll go to the increment section of the for loop. Now I will be incremented to 2. Then I'll check to see if the condition is still true or not. Sorry, it will be 1. And if we're comparing I to 5, it's 1 less than 5. Yes, it's true. So the loop will be repeated. But here, the remainder of I divided by 2 is 1, so the condition is true. And then I will go to the body of the if structure here. At line 11 it says continue. Just pause the video, think what will happen if I step over this line. What we said is continue keyword will send the code to the next loop, to the next iteration. So if I step over, you see that the printf function will not be executed anymore. We don't have any hello world printed on the screen. So what happened is, after continue, we're going back to the iteration, which is the start of the next loop. If I step over this line, now the condition will be checked. Then we'll go to the body. The condition of the if statement will be checked. And it's not true because the remainder of 2 divided by 2 is 0. It's not 1. And now we're printing the hello world and we're going to the end of the for loop. And if I continue repeating it, now it's I would be 3. 3 is less than 5, so true. And remainder of 3 and 2 is 1, so 3 is an odd number. And the continue keyword will be executed. And again, if I step over, we're going back to the increment, which is the start of the next loop. Okay, let me add a statement here to see which I is being printed and which is not. Is %d, and I'll print I. Okay. So if I compile the code, you see that hello world I is 0 is being printed, I2 and I4. For the case of I1 and I3, nothing is being printed because the continue keyword will send the instruction pointer to the beginning of the next loop. And the printf when I is 3 and I is 1 is not being executed at all. And that's how we use continue keyword. The next keyword, which is also important, is break. Break, the difference between break and continue is when the compiler hits the break statement, hits the break keyword, it will get out of the loop. No matter what, it will get out of the loop. Okay, let me change continue to break here. And continue and start debugging the code. Debug, start debugging. So you see we are at the start of the loop, and if I step over this line, as you can know, because I is 0, this if condition is not true, so the break statement is not executed, and we'll continue running the code. Now here I is 1, and 1 is less than 5, and we know that this condition is true because the reminder of division between y and 2 is 1. So we'll go into the break statement. Just pause the video and think. Which line will be executed after this break statement? So if I step over this break statement, we'll go to the line 15, which is after the for loop. So no matter what and when in our for or while loop we reach the break statement, it will jump out of the loop. These tools that you have in your hand to control the flow of your program. You can tell the compiler which line to execute next. This concludes our video regarding control flow statements. Thank you for watching, and please like or subscribe if you like the video and want to see more contents like this. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. See you in the next lecture.